Oh my God, are you ready to have a Sicily?
You ready to have a Sicily?
I think it's time we have a Sicily.
Sicily!
Oh, hello everyone. My name is Spencer Street. I am from Melbourne, Australia. And she's a somewhat full-time drag queen.
And yes, well, we'll get into that very soon. Hello, my name is Felicity Frockaccino. I am a Sydney-based drag queen currently, well, not in New Zealand anymore. She's back home in Sydney, but she was over in New Zealand for a little break and now she's back. And a
Oh,
full-time
she's
working
back.
drag queen still. Ah,
My loves, my darlings. First off, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of this land in which we are filming. For me, that is the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation.
and for me, that is the Wongal people of the Eora Nation.
I would like to pay respects to the elders past and present and also extend that respect to any First Nation people that may be listening with us today. I'd also like to note that sovereignty was never ceded, it always was, and it always will be.
Aboriginal
Aboriginal
land.
land. Yeah, the land, honey. The
Honey the land.
land.
Honey the land.
Would also like to pay respects to our elders past and present, the LGBTQI plus elders that paved the way for two crossies on the internet. Mm-mm-mm.
Have to have a Sicily. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
look at
How have
us
you been?
go.
I feel like I haven't spoken to you in forever.
Sister, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. We've been so busy and we've had Christmas and New Year's and my birthday. So it's been a minute.
I mean, she just had all the celebrations in one, darling.
Yeah, get it one and done. We don't have time to fuck around. Get it one and done, girls.
Did you at least get some good glug glug for your birthday or nah?
Nah, nothing. I was at my grandparents' house, so none of that's happening. The tray that used to be around the corner has disappeared into the abyss. So, anyway, that's okay. We're here now. I'll get something this week. I've already prearranged it.
Guys, no one wanted to fist fuck Felicity Frockaccino for her
I don't
birthday.
do fisting. I'm sorry. I am Jim Henson. I'm not the puppet. Sorry.
So what did you get up to while you were in New Zealand, darling?
Just relax. Just had some time off, some time away from the interwebs. It was really nice. I learned how to actually post. If you noticed, I learned how to post some shorts for our little podcast, which was quite
Yeah,
fun to learn how to do.
you finally decided to log in into the socials, didn't you, darling?
Well, I had time. I had nothing but time, so I did
She had
do
a
it.
lot
It
of
was
time just to
very
fiddle.
good. I fiddled around, and now I've got it. Now I can post every week.
So what, New Zealand was just very relaxing. You just kicked
Yeah,
back,
that's all I did. I didn't take any drag over. I just had a moment to myself.
Sensational.
Well, because the new year
Sensational.
is like this, the start of the year is quite busy, so it's nice to get away
Yeah.
and have your own moment, you know?
Yeah, well, I went away for 3 days over New Year's. I went camping, and it was honestly the most beautiful thing. Like, it was very wholesome, very cute.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Mm.
I love that.
Yeah, and a lot of search and soul searching during
Hey,
a couple of weeks off. Yeah.
okay. How was your soul searching? Did you find a soul?
No, that's non-existent. I definitely do not have a soul. It's nowhere to be seen.
Do you have a
Lost that
brain?
years
That's
ago.
the question we need to know. Do you have your are you good? Do you have your brain? Do you have it on? Is it on? Is it going?
Maybe somewhat. We'll see. We'll see how many ums we have today during this episode. And remember, drink every time I say
Now she's self-aware. Don't drink.
Well, we've got a very exciting week back for our first week of the year. Our first potty
Yes.
back for the year.
Yes, how exciting it is. I'm
Yes.
excited this year because we're slowly changing the concept of what we're doing here. We are having a sisterly, but it's now a sisterly fortnightly with a special guest.
Oh, we've got some really cute, exciting guests coming up, don't we?
We do, we really do.
We really do. Well, should we
And
possibly get into oh,
I was just
tell
going to
me.
say, and you might be able to guess who our special guest is today by my hair, because she is
Oh,
notorious for wearing fabulous wigs like this.
oh, all right. Well, darlings, my loves, we'd like to introduce you to our first guest of 2026. She is known for not doing kick-ons. She will not do a bloody kick-on. So please, welcome to the potty. It is Miss Holiday
Holiday
Night.
night!
Oh my god, hello! Thank you so much for
Hello.
having me.
Thank you for joining us. Do you know how hard it is to lock down a drag queen?
Extremely hard, especially ones with day jobs.
Wow. This is a
Yes.
new thing we're talking about too, day jobs.
Day jobs.
What's a
Yeah,
day
2020,
job?
26 is the year of the day job.
It really
absolutely. Day
is.
job for the cash, drag for the fun.
Yes! That's what
Yeah, I
drag's all
love a good
about, fun.
cashy.
Exactly.
Yeah, correct. It is a good time. It's very interesting. But Holly, let's get to know you a little bit for all those people that don't know who you are. All right? If you don't know
As if
who
you wouldn't
Holiday
know
Night
me.
is, well, she's very notorious for multiple things.
Mm.
What would you say your most notorious thing would be known for?
Look, it depends on the era of Holly that you knew. Currently, you would know me as, big, bearded, beautiful woman. Very natural, very soft, very feminine. High kicks, splits, lots of tricks up my sleeve. That's exactly what I'm known for currently. Um,
Yeah,
Notoriously known for that.
I've definitely heard that about you.
Yeah. No, look, I'm in my I don't give a fuck kind of era. I do the drag that I want to do. I have fun. I enjoy hosting. So I'm, a big host. Big host woman who likes to do fun camp drag.
That's what fucking
Yeah.
drag's meant to be, right?
Hmm.
It's what drag's meant to be. I'm so tired of this. I have to be working because I've just started drag nonsense. Anyway,
It works for some, but not for all.
no, you're
No, not
right.
everyone deserves the stage.
No.
But we can get into that. We definitely can. But tell us a little bit more about your career. How did Holiday Night start?
Look, it started quite randomly, to be honest. I used to work for a hotel chain. I'll let you put two and two together based off of my name. But I was approached by one of our sales team who said, "Hi, government name. I have an idea, and that idea is I want to put you in drag and have you serve cocktails to a bunch of flight attendants and travel agents at one of our clients for a gay old time." And then we had to come up with a name, and we landed on Holiday Night. And it was all from there. So they got Film Box to put me in full geesh face. I wore one of the female uniforms from the hotel and I went and served cocktails all day, had a grand old time, and that was kind of the birth of the name of Holiday Night. And then it gave me the itch. It gave me, the little tingle of the drag calling, and then I had a few opportunities pop up where I was able to do some big events with the Melbourne Chargers for some fundraising for them, which was the gay rugby team. And then I did what most performers do these days, and I started at Baby Drag. And then that was in 2016-ish, I believe. I was just going through my phone before trying to find when I started, but roughly around 2016 I started doing Baby Drag, and then very quickly managed to land myself the hosting gig of Drag Roulette, which very famously became an institution of Melbourne drag for many years before COVID. And then that's kind of where it all kicked off. I took a break during COVID, like many of us did, and now I am the host of award-winning New Gigs on the Block, where I give space to up-and-coming performers to put on their first production show, which is fun. I get to host, which is what I love doing. A captive audience who gets to listen to my sex stories from the previous week, and I get to mentor up-and-coming performers of all types of drag to kind of help them, on their way in their careers now. So it's really cool.
Yeah, well, I remember Drag Roulette was big thing back in the
Mm.
day for me, even when I was starting out. Used to be there every week when I was half sideways still from doing copious amounts of drugs on the weekend.
Yeah, that's where the no kick-ons came from. when half the crowd had been going since Thursday, and then they're on the Sunday, we had some interesting characters popping up week after week, but it was fun. Like it was a good time. It was relaxed. Performers kind of they did anything and everything you could imagine. They did that, but we It was a good time. I mean, we were having 20 people show up voluntarily most weeks for a while there. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
huge. It
Mm,
was huge back in the day. And like the room would be full. The
yeah.
room would be full. They would come because it'd be absolute fucking antics. Like
Hmm.
there was myself, there was like Kiki, Mindercrutch,
Hmm.
there was Bayla Moore, there was oh, who else is
Carla
this
Moxie, Ruby Taboo, Miss J. You had people like Abeloth Adams, all the new ones, the Mishran Sens, the Melissa Intense, the Shalixia Bits in the later years. But around mine, we had Archie Arsenic. We
yeah.
had, oh my god, I've gone blank on her sister's name. Aurora Arsenic. Oh my god.
Yeah.
We had heaps of people. Heaps of
And you'd
people
have
there.
like the older have like some of the older queens like Missy
Mm,
LeMinx and Lexi Gaga and
mm.
all of that
Every now and then
popping
they'd pop
in
in.
every now and then. And like there's a
Yeah.
lot of queens that did attend that and did have a great time there. I mean, there
Mm.
was always their drama, the little bit of drama in there, here
Oh,
and
so
there, but
much
that's
drama,
like
having a performer storm off while whipping their wig across the room and calling the host at the
Oh,
time a not so nice word as they stormed out of the venue, never to be seen again.
oh,
But it was a good time.
Cam.
It was camp. It was fun. It was community, and that's what it really came down to. Is it became a community on that Sunday. So
yeah.
I miss it a little bit.
You miss it a little bit.
Yeah, would never go back.
Mm.
Tried to do it again, and it's just I think that spark has been lost to the abyss of post COVID life. But it was a good time. Now I've got new gigs. New gigs is fun.
Yeah, well, you're doing very well with new gigs. Seeing a lot of great shows being produced.
Thank
Um,
you.
yeah, there was a Scooby-Doo one recently.
Yes, last week was their debut, and like all good shows, things went wrong, but they pushed through. They just kept going like professionals, and then this week is their final. So I'm excited to finish this and get into drag and go see their last show. So it'll be a good time. So by the time you're watching this or listening to this, it's over. You've missed it, so you'll have to come back in All Stars season in a couple months.
Yeah, exactly. Felicity, because
Yes.
me and Holly can talk for ages, but do you have any
Should I go and
questions for
make a cup
Holly?
of tea and bugger off? How's that? Let's do that.
Look, if
No,
you
do you
wouldn't
have any
mind.
questions? Yeah, why not? Why, if you don't mind.
All right. Well, I'll see you
Um,
soon. Just joking. I
do you have any
actually would
questions
go for
for
a cup of
Holly?
tea. I just want to know. Okay, I've seen this new gigs on the block. I'm really intrigued by the concept. But is
Mm.
there like do you judge the production show, or is there any other than mentoring? Is there anything else that goes into it that like you go, this is great, let's have it again, or let's book them for an actual time slot? Is there anything like that that goes on behind the scenes that the audience doesn't see?
Yeah, look, I mean, for people to submit an expression of interest to do a new gigs run, my only criteria is don't be a cunt, to be blunt. Like, just don't be
Oh, whoops,
a
sorry,
cunt
I can't
person.
apply.
Oh yeah, no, you're out. I'm so sorry.
I'm out. Sorry,
Um,
guys.
essentially, that's it. So, like, I've had performers of all kind of periods of their careers, from very beginners to quite established. We had Tash York do a 3-week run with some absolute powerhouses of burlesque and cabaret and drag on that stage. And then we've had absolute babies who had no idea how to mix a song, and they've done their absolute best, and they will go down in history as some of the funnest performances I've seen, and not for the reasons they think. But so getting into it, it's very much that I'm there to facilitate and provide a space for performers to try something with
Yeah.
low pressure. So there's no like in this moment, they're not having to. It'd be great to fill the venue every single week. So please come along more. But like that's not on their shoulders to fill the venue as much as it might be for other kind of productions, because they're only there for 2 weeks, so they couldn't do so much.
Yes.
But in the background, I'll be there kind of week one. They get they get through it. They see what works, what doesn't work, and I'll provide feedback of you need to tighten this choreo, or you need to cut this track, or you need to cut this verse out of a track, or even simple things like smile while you're lip syncing because your face is like dead sometimes. Like we get
Yeah.
in our heads when we're trying to like remember the choreo, and you have to like duh, 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 and
There's
then
so
it's
many
just
things that go on in the production show that you kind of do have
yeah.
to
So
remember
like
and
little things like
also forget. Yeah.
yeah, and then other times it's things like here's a great place for bigger girls to get tights. Here's a link for a semi cheap corset that'll like just really like cinch the body in nicely. That's affordable for newer performers or performers that aren't working full time. Things like that to improve their drag. Or if you try this little trick with your makeup, it's going to really improve your eye shape. Or
Mm.
you need to consider like a darker contour here or a lighter highlight here, just to kind of balance out the face. Things like that, because there's not a like I didn't have a lot of that coming up in drag. I eventually did. I eventually managed to find myself surrounded by icons and legends and stars and statements of the drag community. And I was able to get the help there. But in the beginning, it was very much I'm just going to struggle through this and figure it out and do drag my way. So now I'm kind of imparting that knowledge onto the next set. And then, when we do get a show that is really quite good and quite camp, that's the kind of time when I'll step in and have those conversations about, have you thought about applying for a midsummer slot or a fringe show, or have you made sure that you've got someone here to film this show next week so that you can shop this around to other venues? Because, there's not a lot of stages in Melbourne, unfortunately.
No, there's not enough left.
It's certainly not for like short-term productions. It's kind of you've got your staple casts that are in these venues doing these specific shows. But I have had casts that have been able to shop their shows around, and they got picked up by other venues and got like a 2-3 week run for their show, and that's kind of we're a stepping stone. We're an opportunity for them to try something, see what works, make some changes, and then they can pitch it to whatever venue they want to pitch it to. If I really like it, I'll bring them back for a All-Stars round. So every year on the anniversary of new gigs starting, I like to bring back my favorite 3 casts for the past year, and they get to come back and do their show week on week. So they do like a 1-week run for the month. So that's where I get to bring back my favorites, the ones that are quite camp and quite fun.
Yeah, I love that. I love
Yeah,
that. I wish there was
fabulous.
something like that here in
Fabulous.
Sydney. I think that would be something other states should invest in as new gigs on the block.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's so hard for newer performers to get that time on stage, to be part of productions and to make those connections, and to even to get a chance to talk on the microphone. That's not like a baby drag where it's like, what's your social media handle, what's your pronouns, and that's kind of the end of the conversation. So
Yeah.
I like to have conversations with my casts, and I'll try and rotate each cast member out a week after week to really give them a chance to like figure out what it's like on a microphone, because believe it or not, that's quite a difficult skill to have, is how to speak into a microphone in a way that projects your voice and actually gets picked up. The mic only does
Yeah,
so
well,
much.
that's the thing. That's the
So
thing, right?
yeah,
Like it's a skill that you learn pretty much on the job.
yeah. I mean, I
Is
learned it in
being
the
able to
dark
host
rooms
and
of
stuff.
sex on premises venues, how to hold a microphone. But
Yeah, no, I'm sure
stage is
you did,
also
and
good.
at the local glory hole down the road. Yeah, 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 yeah. I
Yeah,
think I
and
saw
now
I hope
you
they
people
were
there.
in
love
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
the same places that Spencer learned.
Different nights, different
Different
clientele.
nights. I think there was a crossover at one point, but that was about it. Like, we were just like a high five. Like she was doing the night shift, I was doing the morning. It was a cute little
Yeah,
crossover moment. Yeah.
nothing quite like two sisters passing in the corridor doing a like diva. It's fun.
Hello.
Yeah, I love it.
That's camp. That's camp. Yeah, well,
Mm.
do you know something that really resonated with me is when like back in the day when we had conversations, a thing that's always stuck with me is you used to always say the art of stillness.
Yeah,
Explain that to the
so
audience.
the art of stillness is being able to stand and deliver a song. Not every song requires tricks and flips and dips and death drops. Sometimes songs don't even need you to, move that much at all. Like, it's just knowing when to stop and let the song do the work for you a little bit in that moment of, oh, I'm not moving, and that's going to be powerful. So it's always something that I kind of try to impart, because especially with shows like Drag Roulette, where everyone was kind of fighting for a cash prize, they would quite often do the most. And you'd be having a ballad play, and people are doing jump splits off the stage. You've got people who are, cartwheeling, and it's like, Diva, it's like a Whitney Houston, Celine Dion number. Like, why are you doing this? It's too much. And so there was always a conversation of like, listen to the song that you're performing, whether you know it in advance or not. You need to understand how much movement to put into it, and when to hold that back. Like, I've watched someone win a competition by standing on stage and eating a slice of pizza, not lip syncing a single word to the song that was playing, but the crowd lost their mind. Like, they just knew how to stand there and go, I'm going to get this slice of pizza off this patron's plate, and I'm going to stand here and I'm going to eat that slice of pizza, and you're going to watch me eat this slice of pizza, and this is the entire performance. Meanwhile, there were 4 other people on that stage running around, doing tricks, flips, lip syncing every single word. They knew every word, they were doing it. The crowd didn't care. The crowd focused in on this one person who was eating a slice of pizza. And I'm like, that's a great example. Like, they knew this is the time to do that.
Yeah.
And so, like, I'm a huge fan of people slowing down and taking the time to, like, feel the song they're doing. Like, there are times when high energy, kick flip, push, turn, scissor kick, all of that. And there are times when it's like, I'm going to stand here and lean against this pole on the stage while the instrumental plays out, because it's fun and it's camp and it's great.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. Like, you either have it or you learn it from experience, right? And like, I think it's definitely something that is very teachable and learnable. But it's just, you're having to
Absolutely.
really encompass the song to really understand where the highs and the lows of that is.
Yeah, and also just not letting the adrenaline take over, because you see it a
that's the
lot. I think,
biggest
especially
thing.
with Drag Race and the lip sync for your lives, and some of these competitions where you're battling against someone on stage, the adrenaline takes over and you just start moving. And I think a lot of us, a lot of us have learnt to do it, but there's still a lot of people out there that need to learn how to, just to embrace that adrenaline, but channel into the emotion of the song rather than the movement,
Yeah, correct. Like, yeah, there's definitely people that move very erratic because of
And
that adrenaline.
and how are your gigs going?
Whose gigs?
Yours.
Mine, they're great,
Yeah.
actually. They're actually
Good.
quite lovely. I'm still booked weekly.
Yes. I'm glad. On a
Yeah,
Thursday.
thanks,
That's
Dina.
nice.
It's quite lovely, isn't it?
Anyway,
Thursday.
I just jumped in. I'm struggling.
Just
I'm
how's your
struggling
gig?
with
She's
this.
just
How's your gigs? Good. Good. Great.
oh, yeah, good.
Fantastic.
Yep,
Good
yep,
gig.
good. Fucking
Great gig.
shady little mutt.
I mean, you should have known when
What
she
is-
said gigs, because I just have gig.
I just have a gig.
Just gig.
Yeah, I was
Just
like,
me
who is
gig.
she talking to? Who the hell is she
You.
talking to? Hey,
You,
yours
you
is
little bitch.
award-winning, babes.
Yours is award-winning. Idiot. I got to see you. What? I got
Yeah,
to see
no,
you claim it.
Yes. You
Yeah,
I was so
very
shocked.
drunk.
Let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah.
I had convinced myself that there was no way in hell that I was winning that category, and so I heavily enjoyed the complimentary sparkling. And then they called out new gigs, and I had to compose myself so quickly, and it was a blur. It was a blur, but so incredible. Such a great win. Yeah, shout out to everyone that's tinkled across the new gig stage, because it's not just my win, it's their win as well. So it was a really, really cool
Yeah.
win.
I remember I remember the year before I was nominated for a couple of things. I wasn't getting any of them, and I knew that.
And you never will.
Probably not, and that's completely fine. Because by the time
Don't
the next
worry.
one comes around, I'll probably be retired. Who knows? Go in the nice little
Joining
join
the ranks of the
Lexi Guide.
retired showgirls.
Yeah, why not? Pop out every now and then.
Honestly, it's so camp.
Oh, it would be so much fun. Just pop out
I
when I
think-
feel like it.
I think it's so camp that half of the Melbourne drag scene quit last year.
Oh, it's about time. Let's talk about that. Time for.
Who are we
for people
talking
to-
about, Holly?
Oh, look, I love I love all of my sisters dearly, but there was definitely, you know, they've been doing it a long time. It's hard. You
I'm
know,
really
it's
glad one
someone
of them
doing it
quit
more.
because they didn't need to do that about 15 years ago.
Well, we'll talk about that one later. You know, but it's good. You know, you need people to step down and step out so that new blood can step up and into those roles and whatnot. Because otherwise,
Always.
you just, you know, you get
It gets
stagnant.
stale. It
Yeah.
becomes Sydney. Yeah.
I've never been to a drag show in Sydney. I wouldn't know. Actually, no, I have. Have I? Maybe
Yeah,
once. Because I've been to Mardi Gras. It doesn't count.
I've been to one or two before, and I believe one of them was hosted by this queen called Felicity Frockaccino, and I think it was time for her to retire at that point, but she's still going.
It's called consistency. You should look it up.
Mhm.
Wouldn't know. I wouldn't
I am
know. I don't know
consistent.
who that diva is either.
I am
No, I hear she's
consistent,
great.
consistently on my knees.
Ah,
It's true, guys,
Oh,
it's true.
she's busy. She's
Consistency.
busy now. She's really busy now.
Oh, I love. Yeah, well, you know, the boyfriend is definitely giving my jaw a workout. It's nice.
Good girl.
Good girl.
It's
Good
nice. It is
girl.
nice to see a whole. It's nice to see Melbourne rotate. It's nice to see Sydney rotate. It's nice to see
mm,
Brisbane rotate more. It's nice to see
mm,
that there's work out there for people. You know.
I think
yeah.
What was
Melbourne's
I?
doing a lot of rotating at the moment.
Mm.
There's a lot of
There's a lot
rotation
of
happening in
new
the
people
Mel.
coming out that are quite good.
Yeah,
Quite good performers. I would love to see some more hosts. But again, it's something that's so hard to get experience doing until you've
Oh,
got
it's,
an opportunity to step
hosting is
up.
such a niche thing, isn't it? Too like
Mm,
you either are booked
I-
as a host or you're booked as a performer or
mm,
both.
correct.
yeah, yeah.
Sometimes both. Who knows?
Mm,
Yeah.
But yeah, no. But I also think a lot of people find it hard with hosting because they let their nerves take over.
mm.
I
Yeah,
think
and let the nerds take over. And sometimes when I see someone that I think is not great at hosting, it's because they're not involving the crowd. They're talking to their friends, which is all well
mm,
and good. Like I've always said, you can talk to your friends in the crowd, but you have to bring the rest of the crowd along with you on that conversation. So if you're talking
correct.
in jokes constantly and the crowd doesn't get it, they're going to lose interest and going to jump out. So you need to bring that in. You need to explain a
Yeah, and
couple of the jokes.
yeah, like I think it's also like generalizing the jokes or like either having things like like it's cool to have like niche pop culture in there, but then
Mm,
like you need to have that mainstream pop culture that
mm.
everybody in that room's going to get within that split second.
Yeah, and I think, you know, linking back to your art of stillness, I think that also comes into hosting is to know when to shut up. You know, when to chat, when to involve the crowd for a bit of banter, when to stop the conversation, and when to like pull a conversation back. You know, have a callback, figure out someone's name at the beginning of the night, and at the end of the night, hang shit on them, and just watch their face light up when they're like, "Oh, the host remembered my name. That's beautiful."
Love
You
hanging
won't
shit on
remember
Right.
it once you
people.
walk out the doors.
I love
As soon
hanging
as you
shit on
walk out
people.
the doors, you forget. But you know, in that moment, remember it.
But in that moment, they are the only person that matters to me in that moment of hosting is that one person, and I'm going to make it my entire night's mission to focus in on them. And that's how you get people to come back week after week.
Oh yeah,
Correct.
100%. Because people want to be part of the joke.
Absolutely. They want to
People
be
love
read
that.
by a drag performer. They are
Yes.
so just, even if you are giving them all the shit in the world, it is still like, that's me. I love it. It's great. It's my favorite thing.
Legit.
Talking about reading the crowd. How about I don't know if this could be something quite fun. But do you have a read for both myself or and Felicity that you could, show us a little bit of your hosting skills out of drag, Charlotte? Putting you on the spot.
No. No, I'm
No?
not
All
getting
right.
paid. I'm not getting
Do
paid
you
for
need new
this.
material,
Please,
Spencer? Do you need?
yeah, I do.
Yeah, I need a little bit of
No,
new
look,
material, darling.
no, look. My type of reading is very much in the moment reading. Like, I don't sit here and think of things for people. It's going to be, in the context of what's happening in that moment at that time. Is it I'm reading? Is it a sister? Is it someone in the crowd? I'm not great at you know, pulling one out for yourself, or, you know, or for Felicity, you know. I mean, life's already read you both so hardly already, so what more could I
It's
say?
true.
But, you know,
It's
like
true.
on the off the cuff, you know, there's not much there. I mean, I can
I
barely see
know,
Felicity
you
anyway.
know,
The screen is blurred. So
it's
blurry.
great. She's got the season one filter, but then as soon as it
Is
comes
it?
down to
Oh,
editing,
this is what happens when you don't
she's
pay your
clear as a
She
bills.
said it
whistle.
looks
She's
so
clear as a
good.
whistle.
This is what happens when venues
That's
don't
what
pay
happens
their
when venues don't pay you on
invoices.
time.
You want a gorgeous face?
Oh,
Look at
let's
me
talk about
online. It's
that.
glaring.
Lost it, lost
Completely.
it.
All right, my loves, my darlings. Felicity is having internet troubles, so she will not be joining us for the rest of the episode. But Holly and I are just going to have a camp little time while she's pissed off wherever the fuck she's gone. So we're going to go over a little bit of ins and outs, I believe, Holly. What you want to
Absolutely.
see?
Look, my
Yeah,
first out, Felicity, in this podcast. She's done, she's out, she's finished. I'm just kidding.
guys, Holly
Um,
Day Knight is the new host.
Absolutely not. I don't have time for this. My life is busy as it is. You know,
Do you know what's in?
yeah, a working internet connection would be great. Um, yeah, what are your ins and outs for 2026?
Doing drag that is enjoyable, that I actually enjoy,
Absolutely.
and an out is doing drag for the money.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I
Um,
wholeheartedly agree.
yeah.
It's absolutely. I
Um,
think in is doing drag for the love of drag
yes,
when it's enjoyable. If drag is no longer
correct.
enjoyable, it's an out and you should stop drag, take a break, walk
You should
away.
quit. Yeah, just quit. Just give
Yeah,
up.
you should quit. Beautiful. What other ones have we
I'm
got? I
sure
mean,
I'm
for
I'm
me,
sure a lot of people would love to see me quit.
oh, look, you know, we've all been calling for it for a number of years. You know, it is amongst the sisters. No, you're
Yeah, it's
quite
about
camp.
time.
I do think you're quite camp, and you've come a long way from your kick-on days, when you were a
Kick-ons.
right little shit. Yeah. So I suppose, yeah, for me, 2026 in is only doing what you're getting paid to do. You know, not going
Okay.
above and beyond, which is something I still do myself, but pulling back a little bit, being more strategic with what I do. Outs, venues not listening to their hosts when making decisions about nights. Let's just leave that at
Okay.
that.
I've
In,
got another out that would go really nicely with that.
yeah.
Venues thinking that a $250 fee is is going to pay for good quality drag.
Mm,
I
yeah.
think yeah, that's a nice out.
I mean, you
Mm,
get what you pay for. You know,
correct.
you get what you pay for. Yeah, I think that's for me. You know, my in is, yeah, just doing what I think is worth what I'm being paid. Uh, Take from that what you will. When you see me on stage.
And you know what? Another in, I want more stupid camp fun drag.
Yes. Drag. Silly drag. People need to stop taking themselves seriously. Like, okay, here's an in. Taking drag as a business seriously, like taking the business side of drag seriously. And then the other in is well, the out is taking your drag too seriously. You should have fun
Correct.
with drag. The drag itself, the on-stage presence, the persona, the look, all of that. Have fun with that.
Yes, it's
Respect
a job.
drag, yeah, respect and take it seriously in the job aspects, but like be on stage, have fun. Crowds want to see entertainment. They don't need, you know, the most perfection, you know, they don't need perfection and polish all the time. I mean, be polished. Be please divas, dolls, do's and don'ts. Please polish your drag, but it doesn't need to be like that ultra perfection that we're seeing on these reality TV shows, all around the
No.
world. They just want entertainment. If you can entertain a crowd, it goes so much further than expensive costumes and hair and jewelry and stuff. You know, if you can
Oh,
be
a hundred
entertaining,
percent.
if you can have that crowd eating out of your hand while you're telling them a story about, you know, playing the role of Rose in Titanic on Peel Street at 2 in the morning after a gig, that is goals. That is goals. you know?
But you know what? Like the thing is right, like you've also got to remember as a drag queen, you should only be really putting as much money into drag as that you're receiving. Like if you're like something I saw the other day, I forgot who posted it. But it was a reel on Instagram and they were like, um if you're a baby queen, don't go out spending thousands and thousands of dollars on new wigs and new
Correct.
outfits and all of this sort of stuff. Because at the end of the day, there's a lot of people that will start off with a simple outfit and then upgrade it eventually once it
Hmm.
starts getting booked.
I'm a prime example of that. I, for many years, hosted in a $5 swimsuit I got from Savers. And I just accessorized it. But I worked on the things that I could at the time, which was my makeup and my hosting skills. And then eventually I got better costumes. And now I'm still trying to get better costumes. But yeah. But I'm going to say that I will feed onto your point of if you are going to spend that much money on your drag, look after it. When you finish the gig, look after your wig. Like I see some of these kids spending, you know, $3, $4, $500 on lace front wigs, fully styled, and then they just throw them in the back of the car, or they wear them, you know, gig after gig after gig, and they have not brushed them out, and it's just getting matted and ratty, and it's just, it is so much harder to bring a wig back to life than it is to maintain it. So
Oh, 100%.
look after your
And a good
drag. 2026 in, look after your
look after
drag.
your drag. And the good thing, right, is if you need something that's going to get out those knots, hey, go buy fucking floor polish. That Mr. Sheen purple bottle floor polish. Spray a little bit of that. That will
Mm-hmm.
help smooth everything out and clump back your sort of
Mm-hmm.
like curls back together. And if you do that after every wear, your wigs will stay immaculate.
Yeah,
And you could be
absolutely.
wearing that wig for fucking 2 years and it would still be good.
I've got wigs that I've had that were being styled pre-COVID, and they're still perfectly intact and beautiful. They need a little touch up here and there, but I can pull them out, put them on, go and do a show, and they look great. Also, hot tip: get your wigs into little document boxes, just those little archive boxes. Pop your wig in, stack them up against the wall, keeps them dust free, keeps them safe, easy to transport. Very good tip.
Oh, all right. Well, my love, my darling, I think we have had a fabulous time. Unless you want to say anything else, do you have anything else to say to our beautiful listeners at home?
I would love to say to your listener at home, please come to New Gigs on the Block. It is a fun show. I've got brand new cast every month, and they put a lot of work and effort into these shows. And you know, where else do you get to see up and coming performers trying new things? It's a really camp time. And then once a month, the second last Thursday of the month, we get the opportunity for you guys to come up and beat the shit out of each other for cash money prizes. Come along to
Yeah,
Battle
no, I'm still
Royale.
waiting. I'm still waiting for that opportunity to wrestle with people on a gorgeous moment.
Next week, Diva. I'll be there. It's Bear Week. Let's go.
Oh, no, I'm not doing it in full drag unless I'm getting paid for it,
I
darling.
am. Well, I get paid. So. All you
Exactly.
got to do is win the bar tab, Diva. Win the bar tab.
Win the bar tab. Oh, that's funny. Well, my loves, my darlings, Holly, where can they find you on social media if they want to keep up with everything holiday night or look at how beautiful you are in drag?
And they should want to look at how beautiful I am in drag because I am incredibly stunning, and I can be found on social media at Holiday Night, HOLIDAEKNIGHT.
Oh my God. And my loves, my darlings, if you would like to follow along and do all the good stuff, you can obviously follow Felicity, who has having internet problems. So if you could go to her PayPal and send her a $10 tip so she could, upgrade her internet a little bit, that would be fabulous. But you can follow her at Felicity Frock. And you can follow me at Spencer Street DQ. And if you'd like to keep up with anything that is just having a sisterly, just go to at just having a sisterly, and you'll be able to find all of that stuff, the podcast, whatever you'd like to do. We're on practically every social media platform. Well, darling Holly, my love, thank you so much for joining us and doing it for completely free because you love me so much.
It's my charity work for the month.
Yeah, the guys' charity work has been done. So if you see Holly at her gig, you can go throw money at her for her time today. Yeah. Well, my loves, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week on Just Having a Sisterly when Felicity's oh, not next week, in a fortnight. Holy shit. I'm fucking this up. It's all right. Yous love it. But we'll see you very shortly with possibly another special guest. We're going into 2026 with a bang.